Eurotactics tank on gun. Morning, everyone. It's JJ Moore here, putting the Eurotactics Grip on. And this is a polarstar reg, so show you the modifications needed to make the polarstar reg fit in the Eurotactics Grip. Excuse me, got the hiccups. So as you can see, I've already started grinding a bit off of the little rim here that catches the tournament lock, and didn't have to take much off, just a bit, and that has gotten me to this point. So there's screws that go around the outside here that hold the tournament lock on. They also hold the reg into two pieces. It's a two-piece reg. So I haven't got to the point where I'm going to do this yet. I may take some off the inside of here, but I don't want to take too much because it is 3D printed and I don't want it to snap. So this is where I'm at so far. Also, you got this, which turns your air on and off here. It's going to have to be installed too. So what I'm going to probably have to do is chop off this big knob and make this a flathead screw, because this is a special long shaft with a little nub on the end. Goes down in there and it pushes the valve out, which turns the air on. So yeah, what we'll do is put it where it's locked all the way on. So you want to take it off, you just unscrew your tank. Anyways, that's where I'm at so far with Eurotactics Grip. I want it to fit tight, so I'm not really going crazy with it. But as you can see, that's where I'm at now. And here's where I have to go. This has to line up with this so you can get the gauge in. So yeah, I got a lot more to do. Actually, I'm going to have to take a lot off of here, but it's no problem. Alright, so what I had to do was took a polarstar reg, took off the tournament lock. All you do is take all these screws out. The whole reg separates. It's a two-piece reg. And I stuck the screws back in, which actually works great because they help it stay tight inside of the Eurotactics. So next I had to come in here, and this actually only took a tiny bit off of this little rim, but way down in here it gets smaller. So I had to take about 1 millimeter off of the inside way down in there, and I used this little dremel bit. And what you do now is line up your airline that goes out to the gun. This one's for your gauge. And what we're going to have now is, this is where your tank on and off goes. So I had to chop that off. Excuse me. And what I done was I just screwed it all the way in and Loctite it. So the tank's always going to be on. To turn your air off, you have to take your tank off. Next you have this. Your velocity adjuster is not going to be accessible. So what I've done is I've marked it here with a center punch. And I've got it all the way back in, as you can see. And now your gauge will go here. I did have to trim this a bit. I'm not sure if they're all the same because they are 3D printed. But I had to trim that a bit to get that in. My wife's messaging me. Anyway, so now I'm fixing to pop a hole here and get to that. So here's where we're at now. So I'm getting my screws in here. What I've done is I put a little bit of grease on the screw in the washer to hold it in place while I stick it in there. And I run me a macro line fitting here straight, and up in here I actually have the fusion fitting. A lot of people don't use the fusions for this type of grip, but we had a fusion. This is my buddy Adam from the Phantoms. This is his build. I've built it from a combat machine gun into this. So he likes to do good builds, and I respect that. He's my buddy, and I appreciate the opportunity to make nice guns for people. But this is the this is where we're at right now. Give you an idea. See if I can zoom back. Oh, wrong way. So yeah, it's gonna be fire, y'all. It's gonna be fire. Love it, absolutely love it. And I'm just gonna let the camera roll right now and let y'all get in action there. I had to drill a hole for the velocity adjustment, and this is for the gauge, and this is tightens it up in there, which is pretty tight, so I'm not gonna have to crank down on it too much. But yeah, this is a nice build. I really like doing this for people. Alright, so that one's tight. Now let's move on to the next ones. It comes with 4 of its own grip screws. They're Allen head, and they have washers. So the washers, I would recommend using the washers because this is a printed material, and I'm assuming that it could probably pull through if it didn't correctly get. The thing about this is I had to pretty much dry fit everything, and what you do is modify a little bit here, a little bit there, and then you fit it. Then you modify a little bit more, then you fit it. And that's how you get those really good tight tolerances. I could have easily threw it together and said this is good, but it would have not had such a tight tolerance, you know, a good nice fit. So that's why I dry fit it. So yeah, if you're gonna do one of these, I would recommend fitting it as you go. Just hook up a little bit, fit it, hook up a little bit, fit it, and you'll get a way better fit. It's like this screw right here is about to get kicked out of the chat, y'all. So what I do, so the washer's gonna want to fall off, the screw's gonna want to go everywhere but where you want it to go. So you just take a little bit of grease, you put it underneath the washer, and now the screw's not gonna go anywhere. I mean the washer, and the screw's gonna go right wherever you put it. So now we're in there with another grip screw. There you go, there it is. Looky, looky, looky. Go ahead and shoot it. This is insane. Alright y'all, we got the Eurotactics Grip installed. It's got a polarstar reg in it. As you can see the polarstar reg. I'll screw the tank on. Give it a mag slap. Got BBs in. Give y'all a little spam on it. I'm not good at spamming though. I'm not only getting the gun. The gun is all I'm getting, silly. All them BBs and you can't hit that cable. Take your time. You can hit it. Dang.